It is basically a quest to understand, where we all came from. That's one of those key human questions that everybody is kind of searching for the answer to. And, who am I? Who are my ancestors? And we're using the tools of science to get the answers to that.
Oh, I like that. That's great.
Because when I was born, my mother told me I had some blonde hair on my back. I don't know where it came from. It's not there now.
Now, hundreds of New Yorkers are lining up to get these questions answered too, and learn about their own ancient pasts.
It's who I am. The more I know about my past, the more I can understand myself.
Well, I think we were looking for something unexpected, because we sort of know where we're from, but, we don't really know where we're from.
He's very excited about it, and he thinks that he's gonna change his life.
Genealogy allows most of us to trace our ancestors back about 4 or 5 generations, to a great-great-grandparent, perhaps.
And probably we can go as far as probably 100 years.
This is your deep, deep ancestry, so we're not necessarily looking at your grandparents.
If we're lucky, we know where these ancestors lived.
Well, I certainly don't know much about my background.
I know that, I'm from Madras, the southern part of India. My parents lived there, and my grandparents lived there. So beyond them, I have no clue at all.
My mom's from South Korea, and on my father's side, I am German, Irish, English, and I think a little bit of Native American, but that part I'm not sure.
So what do you know about your ancestry?
New York, that's about it.
These DNA tests tell a deeper story. Rather than taking us back just a handful of generations, they take us back many thousands.
I'm waiting for her now. She can't talk now, so I can abuse her.
The cheek swab is basically a way of getting at the DNA history book that we're carrying inside of ourselves. All of that information has to be copied in every generation to pass on to kids and grandkids and great-grandkids. So we're carrying this continuous kind of genetic historic document that goes back through the generations since, tens, hundreds, thousands of years ago.
No matter where we're from, how different we appear, if we look back through the generations at the roots of the human family tree, we find we are all related. Our ancient connections may not be obvious to this group. Our ancestors adapted to different climates, and as a result, humans are now among the most physically varied-looking species on the planet. But looks can be deceiving.
We're basically identical at the genetic level. I mean, if you look at the average person's DNA sequence and compare the same region to another person they're unrelated to, they're 99.9% identical.